Tennessee is continuing to fight the Muslim menace, this time by targeting the non-existent no-go zones. That's right, Republican legislators in Tennessee have introduced a bill to root out and eliminate no-go zones in their state. And this bill is introduced by Representative Suzanne Lynn. Now, it basically instructs the state attorney general to, quote, report to the Department of Justice that a no-go zone exists within political subdivisions of the state, and to take all necessary steps to eliminate that no-go zone to enforce compliance with state and federal law. Now, why would she do this? Well, we all know that there had been recent reports from Fox News, before they apologized for it, by the way, of no-go zones across Paris, where you couldn't go, where there was Sharia law, and people could, religious police would kick your ass if you go into that no-go zone. Therefore, it's a no-go zone. Police don't go, normal people don't go. It's taken over by Muslims or whatever. Now, Lynn argues, no, it's not. I'm not saying that they're Muslims. I'm not saying that these no-go zones are filled with Muslims. Of course not. No. It doesn't have anything to do with that. It's just, if we ban these no-go zones, that would combat systemic problems and protect commerce. I'm all about protecting commerce. I'm not actually going after Muslims because, Muslim no-go zones, even though, you know what I mean, my state, Tennessee, was one of the first states to ban Sharia law. No, we're not targeting Muslims. We're not saying that Muslims have taken over no-go zones and that we're protecting ourselves, but we are kind of. But no, gangs. She said you might find it with gang activity, you might find it with organized crime, and of course we have heard that there is some place where it's happening within certain religious groups. That's how you know that this is not about crime. This is not about gangs. This is about Muslims. This is about the Muslims. Like I said, Tennessee has had a long history of fighting against non-existent Muslim threats, banning Sharia law in 2010. And in 2011, one of the the sponsor of the Senate version of this same anti-no-go zone bill introduced a bill back in 2011 that would have jailed anyone who had personally adhered to Sharia law in Tennessee. Wait. I thought Republicans were for religious freedom. It's obvious you're not. Even though, no, it's only religious freedom for me. But if you're a Muslim and you want to adhere to Sharia law, can't have that. We would want you in jail if you're in Tennessee. And we don't want you making no-go zones or doing Sharia law. This is going after a problem that does not exist. It appears Tennessee is really good at going after things that don't exist. What are they going to go after next? The Tooth Fairy? Perhaps if the Tooth Fairy had a burqa on, then that would be a problem. Then Tennessee would go after it. Maybe they could pair up with Georgia, and try to prevent DNA splicing between Muslims and centaurs. Could you imagine Muslim centaurs? I should not be giving them ideas. But there you go. Georgia, Tennessee, you can go after Sharia centaurs. You're welcome.